Hey guys, what's up? Parvor, welcome back. And in today's Overwatch video, wanted to show you a competitive match that I had last night right before I shut off my system and went to bed. It is on Eichenwalde. Now I'm only going to show you the defending side, which is the second half, because on the first half when we were attacking, we got the payload into the castle, but not all the way. We actually got it around to the first bend and a little bit beyond that, almost close to the second bend of the castle. So basically we have 2 points and then however many meters. And the reason I'm bringing you this last half is because it actually got super intense. The enemies actually got the payload within like between 3 to 4 meters, and I mean it was a super intense match. So as you can see, obviously I'm using my favorite hero, Pharah, and I'm also gonna talk to you guys, show you, as the match is playing out, tell you pretty much what I was thinking as the match is playing, playing along, so you guys kind of have an idea of my thought process as I'm, having this battle with the enemies. So obviously, waiting for the timer to end. So I usually perch up here because I like to, once within the match starts in like 5 seconds, I'll launch myself up and try to lay down some early damage. If I get any elimination here or there, that's fine, because before I actually wound up killing like 2 people the moment the match started. So but anyway, match is about to start, and you can see I'm getting myself ready. I launch myself up, and obviously, I start shooting within like 1 second because, since Pharah's weapon is projectile based, you usually have to give like a second worth of travel time to reach its destination. So I got some hit markers, but now I'm going to start moving back because I don't want to be, very close in case obviously the enemies have a soldier. Now D.Va, I guess, somehow wind up going through the roof. Now I really can't deal with D.Va, and I see how she's trying to be slick and just fill up the meter, and it's gonna take me some time to do some rockets. So I figure, when I did that melee punch, I'm like, yeah, I see my rockets isn't gonna work because she's gonna block it, so let me just throw in a quick punch. And even though I wasn't successful, my whole attempt on that fight was actually to at least get her out the mech, which I succeeded in that, and obviously my teammates would follow up and take her out. Working my way back. Yes, you can do this. When you're flying up, you can actually see the bridge from that far back and start, raining down rockets to help your teammates out. Now, as you see, D.Va's trying to do the same thing again. Now, trying to choose between D.Va and Reinhardt. D.Va got out the mech, so she's not really a threat. That's why I immediately turned to Reinhardt, because, baby D.Va's like super weak and squishy. So, anyway, as you can see, taking him out. D.Va manages to get her mech back, but I figure let me weaken it as fast as possible, and I got taken out by I guess a random Hanzo shot. I actually didn't even know what happened when I died. Yeah, he managed to actually get it just over the payload to hit me. Anyway, I figure I try to rush back, even though the meter's almost filled, but they actually wind up getting it. So I'm just trying to lay down some damage, whatever I could, at least to weaken them a bit. I'm gonna perch up here and wait. Now on this part that's coming up, actually kind of went all out as far and started pretty much getting a lot of eliminations by myself. But the one thing that I didn't do, well, first, as you see, my main counter, I'll get rid of him first, and then I'll deal with the main healer problem. And tried to take her out. I couldn't hit her, so I just blew her off the map, and luckily for me, she put me to sleep, but I managed to fall within the map and not die. So take her out. I'm looking at them, trying to see who to deal with. There's my counter again. I'm not gonna waste time because baby D.Va's there, so I use my ultimate on both of them, get rid of this last healer, take him out. As you see, I'm running a 5 streak, and then Reinhardt. The reason I leave Reinhardt last, obviously, even though he's a tank, is because Reinhardt doesn't do much. He's so pretty much busy always blocking his shield and, trying to stop any incoming damage. I usually have this habit of leaving him for last because, at least to me as a Pharah player, he's like easy pickings. Anyway, gonna get rid of D.Va before she gets her mech back. And I see Lucio trying to be slick and sneak the payload over, so I'm gonna go after him pretty much. And take him out, try to keep the payload still. Now What do I hear? There goes Reinhardt again, along with Anna. Now I'm gonna try to, single Anna out, but she winds up staying around Reinhardt, so I kind of have to figure, something different. I see Hanzo, and Hanzo is more of a threat because Hanzo can one-shot, kill me versus Anna. So I tried to deal with him, jumped off, ran into D.Va. Now I'm trying to, pay attention to Reinhardt since he's not looking at me. And thanks to Orissa's grab ball, they got put together, so I just did a triple on them. I try to focus on Hanzo, who tries to be slick and does his ultimate through the wall, but I wasn't falling for it. Now, like I was saying before, my mistake here was I was so focused into the battle here and keeping them away that apparently someone else snuck the payload over, and I believe it was D.Va or Soldier 76. I'm not quite sure. I know I hear Soldier 76 doing his ultimate, but I wasn't sure where he was, so I kind of backed up and I wind up running into him. I didn't think he was that far ahead. I thought he was around, that beginning area, so my fault. I got taken out. Anyway, they get the payload within the castle walls pretty much, and now is when things get pretty intense. You're gonna see the highlight where we got our payload right there pretty much. And as you see, their payload is already starting to get there. Now, the best thing to do, for any players who wind up in this situation like this, is fight around the payload. Obviously contest it as much as you can, and use the payload to block any incoming damage. That's pretty much what I was doing. I flew up here and there, but I kept doing my best to work around the payload. So as you see, I wind up dying. I don't know if I was from Reinhardt or where I wasn't paying attention, and I tried to concussion them. As you see, the payload is just about there. I'm gonna try to take out the healer, and I got rid of Anna at least so she don't nano boost anybody, and Soldier winds up taking me out. So yeah, okay, fine, my counter got me, but whatever, at least I stopped the nano boost from happening. Now we got a Bastion to come in, which pretty much helped out a lot. And the payload, as you see, is like just within 3 meters, and they're that close to winning. Anyway, we managed to hold them off, but as you see, Reinhardt is coming back. We had a Reinhardt, but he really wasn't that great. I went in here because I saw Hanzo, but then I immediately got out because I'm like, crap, he could just shoot a scatter arrow in here and kill me with one shot, so I got out quick. Now, Soldier's doing his ultimate, so I went down. He actually tries to go around the payload to get me, but I wasn't going to let that happen. Take out Anna again to avoid a nano boost, and this time take out Hanzo so I don't get no one shot or any teammates get hit with a scatter shot. As you can see, we're playing around the payload. I didn't even know D.Va was there at the time. Luckily we all caught her. Payload is starting to move back, which is good for us. And there goes Soldier again. I'm trying to keep him, out of sight. And I'm burning down Reinhardt's barrier because I see Bastion setting himself up, and now I see Hanzo up there. Now, as a Pharah player, I already see what he's trying to do. I know he has his ultimate, so I'm trying to scare him off from doing it, because the way we're positioned, he can easily get a team wipe on us. So I'm trying to keep him away from that. Now he's going for it, and luckily I managed to kill him before the arrow was shot. The way he was setting himself up, I was like, yeah, he has his ultimate. I have to get rid of him, and I did. And so out of desperation, when he spawns, he actually shoots the dragons from his spawn, and they have to travel all the way to us on the side, but all of us, obviously avoid it. Yeah, see? If he had done it from where I had killed him, it would have been a team wipe and they would have won, but luckily I stopped that from happening. Now we're trying to push them back. I tried to knock, I think, Reinhardt and D.Va off the bridge, but D.Va tries to go for a nuke out of desperation. We hide behind the payload, so we all survive. And I do justice to get rid of the main problem, who would be Reinhardt. And obviously we take out Lucio. Anna tries to dive in out of desperation, I believe, yeah. And we hold her off, and there you go. We managed to win by pretty much a 3-meter difference. Very good game. At the end of everything, I wind up getting 43 eliminations. I died quite a bit, mostly from round 1. I had, I think, like 13, 14 deaths, but hey, what matters in this competitive match was winning. And I did as best as I possibly could. I was keeping an eye out for, and you know, what enemies were doing what. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe. I appreciate all the support. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.